This is Ken Barron from the National Association of Black and White Men Together. Today, I'm going to talk about the Democrats, the moderates, and the progressive in that party. Well, by now we know Bernie Sanders could be the Democratic nomination for president since he's won more votes than any other candidate so far in the last two caucuses and primary. However, the Democratic Party establishment is hoping someone can stop Bernie Sanders from capturing the presidential nomination. Sanders may not be the first choice of most Democrats. He's won more votes than any other candidate so far. In Iowa, he essentially tied for first place with Pete Buttigieg. In New Hampshire, he narrowly defeated Mayor Pete. A CBS News study about 1/3 of the people described themselves as, quote, very liberal, which is the Sanders base. Another third said they were somewhat liberal, and the last third called themselves moderate or even conservative. So will next Saturday's Nevada caucuses and the South Carolina primary a week later produce a clear surge for one of the candidates they consider more electable? Maybe Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, or even Joe Biden. Klobuchar finished a surprising third in New Hampshire, and it seems to be she's more experienced than Buttigieg and a better campaigner than Biden. In New Hampshire, Klobuchar was boosted by a strong performance in the final debate. A lot may hang on whether she performs as well at the next debate in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is also maybe the first debate to include Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York, who had spent more than $300 million to kind of elbow his way into the competition. Bloomberg will be on ballots beginning March the 3rd, and that's known as you know, Super Tuesday, when 14 states, including my state, California, hold primaries that will choose more than 1/3 of the elected delegates to the Democrats' convention in Milwaukee. This could be a problem for the establishment Democrats, a split convention. Bernie supporters are already worried that the establishment is plotting to stop him. But it's not clear that the establishment is capable of intervening effectively. Party leaders could tip the scales by endorsing a favorite candidate, but endorsements don't count as much as they once did. Voters who once relied on politicians for advice now have direct access to information and, of course, disinformation and fake news, all through the media or the internet. Big money used to have a lot of influence, but that's changed too. Sanders has raised more than $121 million, almost entirely from small dollar donors. Bloomberg isn't asking anyone for money at all. Party leaders seem to know that they don't want Sanders, but they can't do much about it. Party leaders could exert some influence by delegate swapping if no one has a majority of delegates during the primaries. Several candidates could try to cut bargains before the Democratic convention. For example, a candidate in third or fourth place could drop out and release his or her delegates, which would free them to vote for anyone else. And then there are the party's superdelegates. If there's no winner in the first ballot, they get to join in later voting. The Democratic National Committee adopted these rules in 2018 in a compromise that Sanders approved. So the establishment might make its voice heard after all. But these hypothetical plot twists are months away. Until then, the choice is out of the establishment's control and up to the voters. Like it or not, the Democrats are going to have to solve their problems through democracy. Now, the NABWMT does not endorse candidates, but for over 40 years has provided a strong voice for social justice and urges you to vote the NABWMT values in November 2020. Thank you for listening. You can see all of these videocasts on our website links, and that's nabwmt.org. We are on a number of pages on Facebook. We are on Twitter and Instagram. So join us, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.